In fact, the most...
Editor, save me!
hate that I've probably ever received on a video ever. And if you're familiar with the content I make on this channel, that should be shocking. From angry femcells calling me ugly to
Damn!
angry incels saying I'm a grifter to make money or something.
True. Let's be real here, like, come on, like, that's just accurate.
Ridiculous. So
I mean, that's what I meant. God, that's ridiculous.
before we
Because only men want to make money. Women, they don't care about things like that. I don't know why I go full freako mode every time I react to a Shoe on Head video.
get into those extremely untrue criticisms,
That was also everything I said was completely untrue. I have, like, so much respect for, like, literally everyone that isn't a complete asshole. Even some people that are assholes get money. Okay?
let's get into today's sponsor.
Today's sponsor, giving me money. Now watch as I skip to the end of the sponsor. So you know what? I'm even gonna skip 5 seconds past that so I can skip the part where she tells me that thank you for not skipping it.
Purpose. And a man will crawl through broken glass for a purpose.
True. Men need a purpose.
And there's a lot of truth to what you're saying there.
Daily Wire reacted to her video. No.
And in the whole video, which is worth watching. That video has 1.5 million views in just the last week.
Thanks, Matt Walsh. You're my greatest ally. My male loneliness video
When she's sarcastic, people love her. When I'm sarcastic, they think I hate women. We are literally not the same.
was the fastest growing video on my channel to date. And there is a reason for that.
It's because a chord. It's because men feel lonely, and everyone just tries to do their best to take advantage of that. You got some people trying to say, oh, men feel lonely, sick. Well, let's just sell them a course and fucking milk them. Let's milk the shit out of them. And then you got people on the other side, oh, men feel lonely? Well, good fucking riddance, men. You guys are oppressive and deserve it because we hate men, right? That's literally the two fucking sides to this point. How many people actually say, yo, this is the problem. It's not gonna get fixed by some get-rich-quick scheme. It's actually difficult, and you gotta work on yourself. Like, that actually is real, and I think that's why a lot of people like it.
resonated with a lot of people. I got hundreds and hundreds of comments every single day by men venting in my comment section, feeling like for once they were being heard and that they were in a place where they could talk. It was simultaneously the most heartwarming and heartbreaking thing I've ever seen. And this discussion blew up so much that it eventually reached TikTok.
So
Anything but TikTok! Oh no!
apparently there's a male loneliness epidemic right now.
Is this the consequences of your own actions?
Dude, what a fucking unhinged response, honestly. Like, actually disgusting. Who sees something like that? Sees some kid in, like, a really dark place in his life, and the immediate responses deserve, like, disgusting shit. Disgusting shit. Listen, I don't think poorly of any group of people in particular, right? Whether it's a race or religion or like a sex or anything like that. However, when it comes to individuals, you send them to the wood chipper, baby! Get rid of them!
Men get recognized for the useless things that they are in society? And what do men do? Oh my god, I'm lonely!
Is there a male loneliness?
Bro, look at that, dude. 5,000 likes. Dude, this is why when you see someone calling you out on Twitter with 10,000 likes on it or whatever, it means literally nothing. It means literally nothing.
What do men do?
Because you got these idiots. Literally. This button is just a self-report.
Oh my god, I'm lonely!
Honestly, you don't deserve the right to vote. I'm just saying. Tall girl, 6'2", you don't deserve the right to vote.
Is there a male loneliness epidemic right now, or are more and more women just progressively realizing that there's a lot better things to do in life than be stuck with a toxic, insecure man?
Let's go, Giga Chad out here, hitting us with the facts!
I don't think we're in the middle of a male loneliness epidemic. We're in the middle of a mass female awakening.
Listen, I feel like anyone that actually says this is unhappy with their own lives. And I know people are not gonna believe that, even themselves. I think a lot of people think that they're happy with their own lives, when in actuality they're not. I think anyone that's happy, that men are lonely or whatever is a very unhappy person that is trying to push their own sorrows onto someone else so they can feel a little bit better about themselves. And you want to know a proof to that, in my opinion, the fact that this person's profile. Dude, someone in chat just said, "Okay, Godskin Noble." Oh my God, you killed her! You killed her. Editor, put up a Godskin Noble. Anyway, her profile picture is Eat the Rich. Okay, Eat the Rich is a mentality. In my opinion, look, there is a lot of cringely rich people out there. All right, like obscenely rich people. That's true. This mentality is, instead of me trying to work on myself to become better, it's instead, let's take someone else down. Just saying.
You're just reaping the consequences of your terrible upbringing. Your own
I mean, no, that's not what's going on at all.
actions.
Some men are lonely because y'all are fucking creeps.
Y'all deserve to be lonely, every single one of them. This is their fault. Fuck 'em.
It's men's loneliness epidemic that's going on.
It is crazy that there's so many of these.
That sounds like it really sucks. Just wondering if they've considered smiling more.
Got him, destroyed. Men L, you got him.
Wow, that's a really funny joke. I've never heard that before.
Have the men just tried smiling a little bit more?
You know, I
Destroyed, obliterated.
recommend smiling more.
Have
You know, it's a... Listen, I'm just saying. Listen, I'm just saying. I'm not saying that women can't be funny, because shoe-on heads are hilarious. But... but...
they tried smiling more?
Have you thought about smiling more?
Maybe they should smile more.
This is like the anti-woke. You know who's more cringe than the anti-woke? The woke! Woke L, boys! I'm sorry, I just like saying woke in all caps. I say it in all caps.
Maybe they should try to smile more.
Have they tried smiling more? That's awful. Have they tried smiling?
Is this
Her pause over there really it increased the joke. Yeah, I appreciate it. It's like a totally different joke.
why people think women aren't funny? Bleak.
Oh my God, dude! What just happened? Dropped my mic. Dude, oh my God, sharing the same brain cell. The same brain cell. I did not pre-watch. I swear to God, I did not pre-watch. Okay, I did not pre-watch. It was just a good joke. It was a single brain cell. It was a good joke. I didn't pre-watch. Honestly, oh my God, I've never. Oh, shut.
Now, TikTok isn't the only place where this insanity happened. The thumbnail of my video went viral on Twitter, which led to
Big surprise. Half my thumbnails go viral on Twitter.
some of the most funniest and unhinged reactions. So we are going to go through some of these and talk about them, as well as
I'm just saying, a lot of people are like, oh, you're just punching down at all these people that are so much smaller than you and you're not blurring their names. No. They can't do damn right. I'm just saying, that is why when people try to cancel me, I make content out of them. Because their cancellation attempt, instead of hurting me or my brand, is instead directly giving me profit. It is karma in the most copious sense.
some of the angry comments I got from the manosphere. Let's jump into it. Male loneliness is not real and not valid. Men are lonely because they are terrible people.
Self-report. Alright, dude.
Why the fuck should anyone have empathy for men?
Real and true. Real and true and based. Yes. Because this will make society better.
Men were born bad. Men are subhuman, and anyone have empathy for men. Men were
Not the Watamote profile picture.
born bad. Men are subhuman, and their loneliness can't be cured because they can't relate to actual human beings.
I'm glad you bring that up, that male are subhuman. That's why the punishment for their actions should be treated as subhuman. If a bull sexually assaults a cow, do they get punished? No. So when a man, all right, let's not continue this analogy. Point is, you fucking dumb.
Most men are
And obviously, that is not true. Okay, that is false equivalence, and I know it's not a good point. It's just for shock points, okay? Unzip your lib cuck SJW brain while I spit this empirically correct fact at you right now.
born useless and are meant to die. Nah, male suicide rate needs to be higher, actually.
Yeah, that'll help you. That'll help you a lot.
These men are 100%
No dick does that, motherfucker.
the most misogynistic demons on the planet, and
guess most misogynists are probably gay. Like, let's be real.
Deserve every bit of loneliness they feel. LOL. You don't understand the pleasure it gives me to see these men crying and depressed.
Yes.
Imagine losing in the world that is literally built for you.
Dude, this is why you don't accomplish it. It's because that's the way you feel. Okay? Listen, obviously there's a lot of shit in society that is kind of shitty for women, and I'm not gonna make believe that that's not true. However, welcome to 2024, motherfuckers. Welcome to a world that you can try your best to make it better by picking yourself up instead of blaming society for your shortcomings and failures so you don't actually have to try harder and do better.
This is an insane question to ask, considering how society continues to fail women and girls at every turn.
It's almost like society fails everybody. Crazy how that happens.
Crazy how men's well-being is considered a communal responsibility, but women's well-being isn't even considered.
What planet are you on? You are literally brain dead, bro. I am disappointed.
Hey, good morning.
Guts, bro. Oh, wait. Is this Guts with lipstick in the profile picture? I take it back. Honestly, it all makes sense. All is right with the world. All is right with the world. We're fine. We're okay. We're Gucci. All's well.
Oh, how delightful! A tweet from Earth!
Nugs can make a straw man just to burn it in front of you and show you his power over you, then smack you with straight facts. Okay, that's a little too god complexy in chat. Let's be real.
2. I'm so tired of the idea that we must have infinite empathy for men's loneliness while women are sexualized from birth.
I'm alright. It's my day off.
When there are literally women being raped right now, when children are literally being sex trafficked. Wow. 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 Am I really supposed to be sitting here and feeling bad that's happening when racism exists? Got him.
We are assaulted, harassed, raped, and killed for something we didn't choose to be. But boo-hoo, the poor men and their inability to make friends. You know we can talk about multiple things at the same time,
I
right?
completely disagree. She just said what I said, except less sarcastically. I just said the same thing she said, just sarcastically instead.
Right. Also, it's deranged to say that society doesn't care about women's sexual assault. We have
Yeah,
domestic...
that's fucking insane. Literally the most unhinged take in the universe. These people live in their own little bubble of insecurity so that they can feel like that any bad that comes their way.
I like literally
is
just
something
woke
that,
up, so I'm
society is to blame
still
and
kind
not
of
themselves.
foggy in the head.
domestic violence shelters that we can go to. Men don't. Men being assaulted by women, men being raped is all played off as a joke. When a little boy is molested by an older woman, it's seen as cool and hot.
Honestly, that is, I hate that so much.
Society is
I wasn't even gonna go there. But alright.
f***ed up all around. It's not
Okay, I went there. That's real. That's just true.
not a competition. It is not
I
a z-
disagree. Welcome to the internet, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the weird victim bubble of Twitter, where being a victim is, in fact, victimized. That must mean the higher
Damn it, I keep hitting the wrong button.
should be. So therefore, victimhood is, in fact, a competition. So if you're giving pity to somebody, you should, in fact, instead be giving that pity that you might have for one person to somebody else who deserves the pity more. Welcome to the pity party, pathetic pasture of Twitter piss-offs.
zero-sum game. My video can exist alongside your advocacy for women's rights.
I disagree. I think that this world is just a victim Olympics. And you are not allowed to feel bad for somebody if you could, in fact, instead be feeling bad for somebody else more. End of discussion.
As long as you're not saying dumb fucking shit.
This is like people that say, "Oh, I like My Hero Academia," and then someone is like, "How can you like My Hero Academia when One Piece is so much better?" And it's like, no, I like One Piece too. I even like One Piece better, but My Hero Academia is also good. Wow, you hate One Piece. You hate One Piece.
I will stay out of your way. I don't give a fuck about male loneliness. Like,
Bro. I
Come here, Rowdy.
The people that just call out people based on how they look in their profile pictures, but like, I mean, I'm not. In fact, I'm not going to do that.
You
I'm gonna
kept
be very
me up
personal.
all night.
I'm not going to do that. Editor, please zoom slowly into the profile picture while I say this. I am not going to do that. It's just going to say, wow, look at the profile. Okay, we're not doing any of that. Instead, we are just going to focus on the subject of what we're saying. I was going to say I am going to be the bigger person. but she's the bigger person. No, I am not gonna go there. I'm not making a joke. Chad says she ate the Godskin duo. Stop it!
Bro, if you can't meet a girl, just dial up the queer homie and hook up like a normal person. God.
Okay, that has to be sarcastic, right? No one's that good at saying that.
If men are lonely on an epidemic scale, why don't they just cuddle and make out with each other?
Honestly, this is why you cuddle with the homies. Cuddling with the homies isn't gay. It's not gay to cuddle up with
Why
Cuddle
don't
with
they
the
just
homies.
befriend and date each other? Problem solved. I love this advice. Just be gay.
Honestly, now that you mention it, I'm kinda feeling a certain way.
Simply become gay. Are you a lonely man? Are you a fucking loser?
If you think about it, if you really want to, this is why I love debates personally. I don't get invested in debates because I think basically all debates online especially are all bad faith, right? No one's actually going to change their opinions. But the reason why I love debates is because if someone would ever hit me with the, why don't they just date each other? I would slap back with the, bro, that's homophobic. Saying that being gay is a choice is just being homophobic. You hate gay people and you are delegitimizing them and their struggles by saying that you could just choose your sexual orientation. Wow. I can't believe you hate gay people like that. That's what I would say. Not that I actually think that they hate gay people, I just think they're stupid. But I would say that because it's funny as shit.
Loser, consider sucking dick. Tell me why I, as a queer woman, should take time out of my day to care about men and their issues. Quickly, I'm not disabled. Why should I care about disabled people?
I mean, true. That's why I don't. God. No, I'm kidding. That was a joke. I care a lot. That was a joke.
Why talk about unions or workers' rights when I'm self-employed? If I only cared about causes that only affected me, I wouldn't even have a YouTube channel. I mean, yes, you don't have to care. You don't have to care about.
I mean, let's be real. That's what the news does. The news only talks about shit that they want to promote, right? So, like, I guess we see where she's coming from.
Everything. But it doesn't affect me, so why should I care is just a terrible reason not to care.
Listen, I will never be a woman that gets raped. So should I care about women that get raped? I'm just saying. The logical fallacies are off the charts, bro. Off the charts.
There's no such thing as misandry, just women who have had bad experiences with men and have woken up.
It's the woke! The woke!
Here to destroy men.
There's no such thing as racism, just white people who have had bad experiences with black people. That's you. That's what you sound like. Can't stand this sort of pathetic pity party. We live in a time of abject plenty compared to any other time in history.
That's the stupidest fucking thing in the world. That's the stupidest thing ever. A woman gets actually sexually assaulted. It's like, I was sexually assaulted. Can't stand this pity party sexual assault. Do you realize we live in a time of abject plenty compared to any other time in history? Why are you complaining about that?
Yeah, stop being depressed. You have a bunch of cheap plastic shit from China. Line goes up. World more gooder. Male loneliness epidemic, and it's just them not being able to get laid. Like, we really don't give a fuck. I love how this is
I'll be honest, I had no idea what this was. We really don't give a fuck. That's awesome. I didn't know. I never saw them before.
and it's just them not being able to get laid. Like, we really don't give a fuck. I love how this is always the go-to when it comes to this conversation. Oh no, the men aren't getting laid. But if you, like, actually talk to some of these guys, like, even if you talk to some of these incels, the ones who, like, don't hate women, they're gonna tell you that it's not really about sex. It's about companionship. It's about friendship. It's about having a girlfriend, a wife, a family. And a lot of these people were like, well, you know, that's why we should just legalize sex work. And honestly, I don't think that's a solution. Maybe it's like a temporary one, but it's kind of...
That is such a non-solution. People want to build... I think, again, speaking as a man that's been through a depressive stint in my life, I really think that depression and lack of accomplishment come very quickly. And you need to do something and build something that lasts and could maybe even outlive you for you to truly feel like worthwhile, right? That you contributed to something, creating something that's somewhat bigger than yourself, right? I don't know if this is for women too, being that I'm not a woman, so no opinion there. However, I think the reason why legalizing sex shit doesn't matter is because ultimately, obviously, men can decide to stay single, right? Totally a valid decision that anyone can make. But I think so many people actually want to create something or create a relationship that lasts, create a family, create a home, build something that they feel accomplished with, or something that lasts at least till tomorrow. something that they do that matters for the future, for a week later or a year later. I think that's what a lot of people are missing. It's not like a sex robot is going to fix any of that, because it's not like anything that you do will actually have some sort of lasting impact. It's that lasting impact that really is the accomplishment that I think a lot of people feel like they need to have to keep living. I don't know.
Kind of like putting a band-aid on a broken leg. I don't think paying for meaningless sex with a stranger is going to solve the problem. In fact, it might make it worse over time. Instead of male loneliness epidemic, call it a cis male unfuckability crisis.
I mean, that would be funnier. I agree that would be funnier.
It's just like what I said in the video. They have to add cis now because they don't want to insult trans men. Men.
No shot, dude. Wait, it's okay to hate men, but you can't hate trans men? Is this the new rule book that no one gave me?
They suck. I hate them. Oh, not you. You're not a man. Yikes.
Oh my god, imagine being that transphobic. Imagine being so transphobic, that when you hate men, you're not even including trans men. Wow, that is transphobia to another level.
Yikes. Bruh, when they stop killing women, I'll stop generalizing them.
Dude, what? What does that mean? Listen, women have killed men in the past. I'm just saying. That is always gonna be my go-to excuse for misogyny. Let's go.
Maybe I'll start worrying about their loneliness when they stop unaliving and raping children and women.
Yes, because all men are that exactly. Good point. Thank you for proving that you have never, in fact, had any meaningful relationship with anyone. Or at least not a man.
Yeah, lonely guys, stop raping children, and maybe you won't be so lonely.
She makes a good point. She makes a really good point. Maybe that's why I'm not lonely, because I don't play Minecraft and I don't rape children. Maybe that's why Bosch is so lonely. Okay.
What's all this hubbub about male loneliness? Y'all are acting like you're oppressed when I've opened myself up to friendships and relationships with you just to get told I have sucking eyes.
I'm sorry that happened to you, if it actually happened. I doubt it actually happened, because most things on Twitter are lies. I don't believe this is true. If it is true, I'm sorry that happened. That one dude that said that is probably a dick. Anyway.
That is hyper-specific. Not everyone is your ex-boyfriend. All of men's problems are created by themselves. How is it women's responsibility to fix them?
What? Dude literally gets murdered by a woman. Wow. Can't believe this man problem that was literally just created by himself. Crazy how that happened.
Seriously, why is it always women's job to fix everything? Any chance to blame other women she seems to always take. LMA.
Why is this? That video was not about blaming women at all. It was about blaming society for building a place for men to not feel like they need to actually accomplish anything. It literally wasn't blaming women. Huh?
You
Projection much? How many men have you fucked with?
are the problem. It's you carrying water for the patriarchy and blaming women for men feeling lonely and radicalized. I find it repulsive.
People actually still use the word patriarchy. I feel like I haven't heard that word in years.
Anytime I see a woman like her do shit like this, it makes me actively turn violently against things that even I would originally think are nuanced topics. And also, yes, men are lonely. No, it's not up to women to fix that. Fuck off, Nazi bitch.
Listen. She's just like me, for real. I've also been called a Nazi bitch.
Things I blamed in the video. Technology, social media, dating apps, and the commodification of love. The media, low wages, the housing crisis, social alienation, lack of community, the left not speaking to men, the feeling of having no purpose. Things I didn't blame. Women!
Oh, I didn't
Now
mean
this might
that.
come as
Oh, damn it.
Cringe. You should have blamed women, honestly. Give them something to chew on. That's what I do. I would have blamed women, personally. Not because I believe it, just because I feel like it makes people upset. And honestly, if people get upset, it just means that... Ladies and gentlemen, people of all ages, I have made videos dissecting and analyzing women, my favorite fictional characters on the planet. Today, we are insulting men. I know, it's much less fun. Insulting women is always better. Especially because, you know, you get canceled for it, which is my favorite kind of publicity. Unfortunately, today we will be insulting men. I'm so sorry, but on my quest to offend everybody, every once in a while, you have to insult males. But as so God damn, why are you spamming Nux's sister? Listen, guys, I know there's a woman on screen right now. Don't freak out. Flee on sight. God, stop chat. You people are evil. All right, guys, listen. You know, I'll be a misogynist on your behalf. I don't want to be because of how much respect I have for women, but I might have to be because I think she's gonna be roasting men, and as a man, I'm gonna have to stand up for what we believe in. Be a misogynist or something. I don't know. Whatever the red pill guys are saying these days.
I regret to inform you, the men are not okay.
No, this is the worst way for me to find out. Literally the worst way for me to possibly find out. I'm okay, though.
That's right, folks. The men are not okay. The men have no friends.
No! True, real, true, real. You guys in chat, you guys aren't my friends. You're just kind of, I don't even know if you're real. You could be bots, who knows?
No girlfriend. No college.
True.
Education.
True. Who needs college when you have video games and socialism?
No money. Are breaking.
Who needs money when you have socialism and video games?
Their legs and inserting.
Zero riz, no bitches, L skibbity toilet.
Putting metal rods into their bones to be a few inches taller.
Oh my god, that's fucking pathetic. There's no way.
And listening to AI Batman help them overcome their pornography addiction.
Oh yes. Yes! Everyone needs some AI Batman in their life. Sorry you had to find out this way. No!
Deserve real love.
Turns out
that's maybe the most pathetic thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
a society that was built by and allegedly for men has indeed let them down. Now you might be
or not. Let me tell you something about feminism that you women might not understand. Feminism allows women to actually do jobs, build society, fight for what's right, do all that wholesome and important shit. Maybe men just are tired of it. Want a break? Have you ever considered that maybe now that women could actually do all this shit, men could just sit at home and play video games?
be thinking, oh look, another boo-hoo poor men video by Shoe on Head.
God, I love poor men video by women. That's my favorite thing. The only thing better than women analyzing men is men analyzing women, which is why I get canceled all the time, because I have that opinion.
Yes. And if you have a problem with that, tune into literally anything else.
You make a good point. I have many man questions. Like, for example, dude, do you realize that if you're actually a nice guy, you can get a girlfriend? What about these? But I play video games. But I take the porn. But if you're just a nice guy, you can get a girlfriend. Nice guys do not actually finish last.
Men are in a crisis, and it seems
every time I see Monster Energy drink now, I think of Turkey Tom and Astolfo.
do care just seem like the people who want to sell them shit. Not me.
True. That's honestly the most insane take of all time. The only time I see anyone say anything nice about men is when they're like, so buy my course, buy myself. This is analyzing men.
Why are men and boys struggling?
I know why. It's because we're just too strong and manly. What do you have to say, bald guy?
And what should we do about it?
A few new studies have come out that have shown that young men are more lonely and single than ever before. But it's not just men. The women in field, it's predicted.
No! Wow, almost like if there are less boyfriends, then there are also less girlfriends. You probably aren't aware of that, but that's just facts.
45% of women will be single and childless by 2030. But according to the media, the she-economy is booming, as they say.
What?
And meanwhile, men...
That was a twist that was... Wait a second. These news articles, they frame everything like that. They're like, God, the world is healing. Women can finally not be child bags. Women can finally not have children and be single by the age of 30. A dream come true. Those pathetic men. Lonely and alone. Nothing but their waifus in cum jars to keep them good. Weird double standard. Almost like the media has some sort of, they wouldn't have like some sort of like propagandist like message or something, right? Like they would they would
being single is treated like this.
News.
Women being single. God, she's so brave and based. Man being single. Pathetic, failed use of semen.
Study explains why some single men are having a hard time finding a new partner.
They're single. They're obviously having a hard time finding a new partner. And they're obviously having a hard time.
The music that they listen to speaks very derogatory.
Right. Yeah, men, stop looking.
Wait. You think men she was misogynistic? Saying she a hoe, she a bitch? You think people hear that and they're like, you're right. I actually am never going to be horny again. That is fiction, my friend. That is fiction.
Listening to that derogatory music, then maybe you won't be single. I don't know, I think men and women being single and lonely kind of shows there might be something wrong with society. Perhaps we should address this, not just wave it off as empowering or pathetic. According to
Well, sometimes people just want to put labels on it. The fact that I want to put a label on the people that are 50% of people that are watching this video that are not subscribed to the channel. Like, those guys, they should subscribe to the channel. That's all I have to say.
different articles. I love how that's my source. I read about it on the internet. Research shows that people—
My favorite way to make a video is, so I read 6 right-wing articles and 6 left-wing articles about the same event. Surprisingly, they both describe something entirely different.
People from individualist countries show a greater sense of loneliness. This is linked to socioeconomic development, increased education, a shift towards white-collar jobs, and urbanization. Japan also has an issue with loneliness. In fact, they have a whole movement—
However, Japan has a solution. It's called very high suicide rate. I feel like that joke was not funny, and it's because I was in the middle of texting somebody, and therefore the joke came out a little insensitive, but in my defense, it is. Wow, you're gonna insult my hikikomori homies?
Did I say that right? I don't care. Basically, postmodern hermits. Mostly young men who completely withdraw from society, secluding themselves in their rooms for months and years at a time. In 2010, there was an estimated 700,000 hikikomori in Japan.
That's actually honestly insane. And Japan's a bit ahead of the game here because, like, let's be real. Listen, just because I don't think grass is real, and I think that grass has been— it's a political tool used by the shadow government to make me believe that there's something outside of my house, I will not be swayed.
And today, it's estimated to be about 1.55 million. And because of things like this, people aren't having babies, so Japan's population has been in a sharp decline since 2011. It's got—
Wait a second. That sounds like the plot of so many hentai. Wait a second. Only you can solve the declining birth rate.
Gotten so bad that Japan even produces videos of live-action women staring into the camera to help the hikikomori learn to cope with eye contact. And
that's amazing. That's so sad. That's the saddest thing I've ever heard in my life.
reintegrate them back into society.
Really? A woman staring at the camera is gonna reintegrate me back into society? Bro, that's a horror movie if I've ever seen one. Watch this. It's just a woman staring at you for an hour.
So basically, if you want to know America's future, look no further than Japan. A lot of people, including myself, blame this partially on the rise of social media and technology. RIP.
I mean, I do think that technology and social media has a lot to do with it. I have a very, very hot take, and that hot take is, thank God we don't have to work as hard today as we used to. Okay? Most people do not actually have to work
That's not a hot take. That is a very room temperature take.
8 hours a day plowing wheat, okay? You have time to waste and just spend it all at home.
The king. Although technology makes things easier, it can also make us more atomized. Why go to the mall when I can just tap, buy a new microphone, and have it shipped to me in a day? Why hang out with friends when I can get all my social interaction I need
by
from
watching VTubers on the internet? You're right.
Twitter and streamers.
No. Twitter, Twitter's not real.
Why go on dates and bother meeting women when I can just tap, Google big boob and get 2 million results? Or see
2 million results? Skill issue.
My high school crush's holes on OnlyFans for only—
Whoa. She went there.
$5. Instant dopamine, instant satisfaction, and hey, who even needs a real woman when you could just have an AI girlfriend? Or
bro, who even needs that? You want a little bit of 177107 in your life? Home, we got you.
We're so fucked. Dating apps really are the great Satan, and I'm convinced they've completely broken men's brains. Women on dating apps are picky. Women in general are picky, and—
Okay, listen, that's not a dating app. That's just a penis issue, okay? Penises will go anywhere that they can. If they are invited into a crevice, they will find themselves there, okay?
I mean, naturally we are pickier. You know, we're the ones who carry babies. at least for now. But on dating apps, you have
Hey.
to admit, it's a little insane. It's safe to say that the commodification of love and the window shopping of dating apps probably has to do a lot with the rise of lonely single men. Men are not just lonely when it comes to dating.
Men are also very horny.
They're lonely when it comes to friendship, too. According to Vox, Americans are currently in a friendship recession, and men are being hit the hardest.
Honestly, you don't need a lot of friends. You only need like 3 good friends. Like, I know that this is, everyone's gonna freak out. I have 4 billion friends on Facebook, dude. All you need is 3 good friends. Literally, that's all you need.
The percentage of men who reported having at least 6 close friendships fell in half since the 90s. 1 in 5 men say they have no close friendships.
No one's gonna betray you if you don't have any friends. You're not ever gonna get backstabbed by a friend if you don't have any. Listen, I'm just saying, if I would have thought of that years ago, I could have spared myself a lot of issues.
Looking at all these statistics, the explosion of figures like Andrew Tate is not surprising at all.
I believe being a man is a blessing because it starts.
Read as much of a blessing as being a woman, as an advocate of gender equality.
So difficult. I believe that every man is born without any value at all. I think that the world's never going to think you're important unless you make yourself important.
And recently, a new study came out about how young men are moving towards the right. And every other month, we, the liberals, Stockton, leftists, whatever you want to call it.
This is why I don't believe in rape. Okay? Just speak your dream. If you believe 100% with every single one of your ideals to either the right or the left, then you were brainwashed. You gotta have a mixed bag in there somewhere. Come on.
Performs the same song and dance. What's wrong with men? Why is this happening? Why don't we have a leftist Andrew Tate? We need to...
Leftist Andrew Tate? What does he do? I believe all men are born without purpose and continue to have no purpose. My favorite thing about men is the purposelessness of their lives. Give me money so I can remember that you are in fact inferior to the superior sex. Like, what the hell is he supposed to do? Like, dude, what's his demographic supposed to do? What is a reverse Tate?
Push men to the left. Andrew Tate rarely, if ever, talks about politics. Andrew Tate talks about men, and the left only talks about men when they talk about Andrew Tate. A few months ago, during one of the monthly song and dances,
the leftist Andrew Tate is Vosh? No. Andrew Tate is charismatic as hell, okay? Vosh has horse porn on his computer.
Some progressive people I follow made the mistake of addressing men's issues, and the even bigger mistake of pointing their finger at...
There's a massive I think the internet and all that has a lot to do with it. And I think for me, at least my personal experience, as a man that has the... Dude, I feel so privileged as a man that I'm able to talk about this. I was really depressed, like, by the end of high school. By the end of my high school experience, like, I was mega depressed. And until I actually kind of figured myself out a little bit and started doing things that I was proud of and creating something that I loved, and, like, that's really what the sense of accomplishment. I feel like a lot of men get that sense of accomplishment. And I feel like if you really didn't have something like work 9 hours, 12 hours every single day to survive. Like, people would die of hunger. You ever heard of anyone dying of hunger? Anyone video right now. You have never heard anyone in your city that died of hunger. Awesome. That's incredible. But it also means you don't have that worry. After a day working to provide food for your family, suddenly I feel like it's that lack of accomplishment that so many people are feeling.
Cooking pot. All right, I'm in business.
I feel like it's not worth doing it. And there's always a much easier way out. Why work if I can just, barely survive with video games? Why Riz up 770.
We're not doing enough to address said situation.
Recently, there were some statistics by healthcare company Cigna indicating that men are the loneliest generation. And addressing it doesn't mean that you turn your back on issues pertaining to women, but it does mean that we should be focused on what it is in society that is leading to this epidemic, what the left can do to offer solutions, and how fight back against the more nefarious figures who have filled the void that men are struggling with, people like Jordan Peterson and what have you. Now recently, Bosch, who's a popular streamer—
No, we were making jokes about him just like 2 minutes ago. What? What?
had tweeted this thread that I think is really, really important to
Pumpkin.
address. He writes, I cannot stress enough how important it is to understand that 12-year-old white boys on Twitch are not being pulled into fascism because of some Machiavellian desire to preserve and expand their privileges. It's because the right talks to them and the left doesn't.
The response
Not a bad thing.
to these tweets and this content were very normal, level-headed, and respectful. Me when I lie. LMAO, cry about it.
What? Oh
when I lie.
God, dude.
LMAO.
Oh my God, Hassan, why? See, it blows my mind that people think that's okay. Like, dude, do you realize you are making things worse? Do you realize this is pushing people away? Like, obviously we're talking about 13-year-olds that actually would get influenced by this sort of thing. But like, come on, man. Come on, man.
Oh no, poor widow men having problems. Boo who? Grow the up then.
That is insane to me. Oh my God. It's like, straight man was just murdered. Straight man L.
Have men considered being smarter? I'm enjoying all these sad little moys.
Dude, I love how it's like, oh, it's not sexist if you hate men. It's not racist if you hate white people.
And their sad little tweets about their sad, pathetic lives. Sounds like a personal problem. Is the lack of—
I feel like the only way to deal with all of these people hating men is to start hating women more. No, hear me out. As an advocate of gender equality, if hating men is based, then hating women is also based. Yo, that is so based.
compassion for men in the room with us right now?
Advocate of gender equality, I hate women as much as Twitter hates men. No, God damn it, don't clip it, don't clip it.
Maybe men are just not good people then.
Who the fuck has a take like this? What the hell, man?
I'm so fucking tired of people trying to make male loneliness a huge societal problem. Yeah, no, they're
Says someone who's never gotten any dick in her life.
Fifis are not my responsibility, and I shouldn't have to be punished because they can't get their shit together as human beings. Grow the up. Why are we trying to win these entitled—
Can I just say that all these people making this take that it doesn't matter that men are having a hard time and all that stuff, like, could you even imagine flipping this script? It's like, oh, women feel bad that they don't have the right to vote? Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Like, what?
little predators over? The left isn't for them. That's why they go right in the first—
The left isn't for men. Well, then, I hate to say it, but you are riding a sinking ship. A ship of... What the frick?
We're all lonely and alienated. It's young men going to the alt-right in droves. The problem isn't our messaging, it's them. It's literally not our problem.
True.
Men flock to Andrew Tate not because they're lonely, but because they're big.
You know what the best thing would be for these women? To push more men into being misogynists. I'm just saying, that's the best thing women can do. Make more men hate women. It'll be good for them in the long run, you'll see.
Nah, it's just
Good job,
misogynists
guys.
being louder than before and not getting laid. LOL. Cry harder, losers. 90% of all homicides recorded worldwide were committed by male perpetrators. We should just get rid of all males, to be honest. This includes trans women, as they still retain—
It was a goodie. You think you're pretty smart now, don't you? Here's your pay, Einstein.
in male violence. By the way, you know the Tumblr feminists who were like, all
You
men
break
are
any of
sexist
my
and
shit,
rapists, male
you're paying
penises
double.
are evil, blah blah blah, back in
God, I love my evil penis.
the day. Well, this is them now. Should've just let me cook back then. Listen up, chuckle. I'm white, socially awkward, autistic, in my 40s, ugly, overweight, crippled, got a weird balding pattern, and have bad skin. You know what I didn't do? Choose to become a fascist.
Boo! Boo! At that point, just become a fascist. Like, I'm just saying, at that point, just go for it, man.
Because I recognize most of the sort that look like me are the problem. I may be hideously ugly and pathetic, but at least I'm not a fascist.
Honestly, like, at that point, just, like, skill issue, bro.
Thank you for your input, buddy. You're, really helping the situation.
Thank you for being fat and ugly. We appreciate you. You've helped us so much. The only males that are actually against the take of men deserve love are simps. God damn
Shit,
it's so
man.
sad,
I'd shake your
Great
hand, but
divide.
The reason young men flock to alt-right MRA movements is because the left gives brain-dead advice to young men.
over with.
We need to be more compassionate to them, for our own sake. I'm sorry, but how is respect women brain-dead advice?
Oh, they're teeing me up. They're teeing me up. I will not fall for you. You succubus. You succubus.
I'd tell you to go
teeing
fuck
me up.
yourself, but you did that when you didn't buy anything.
What advice? Don't rape?
Honestly, don't rape is good advice.
Hey, jerk.
Thank you.
You need some work? I'd say it's been
Don't
an
be a
honor to
rapist
work
is
with you,
bad advice.
but it would be a
Help, I have
lie.
no friends or community. I feel suicidal.
Have you ever considered not raping people?
Have you considered not raping?
Okay. She didn't have to say it exactly the same way I did. Okay? She could have at least changed it up a little bit.
Act like a decent human being. It's not hard. Is brain dead advice?
What the frick, man? Dude, I love Twitter so much. Twitter is the only place in the world where you can say, I don't like lasagna, and people will say, why do you hate women? Okay, why do you hate Italian people? Okay, that's the crazy divide on Twitter. You could say something that, dude, people literally could say anything on Twitter and just get canceled for something that they didn't entail at all.
Brain dead advice like, get consent and don't be a Nazi, and women are walking up to men struggling with loneliness and depression like,
Kids, don't be racist.
incredible. Here's
It
my
works every time. Every time I'm feeling a little racist, I just remember that I shouldn't be racist.
actual advice I would give to my teen boys as a leftist. 1. Always get enthusiastic consent. 2. Save the planet. 3. Don't say that. It's actually kind of racist. Like, what the f is this? How does this address men and their issues? It doesn't. Why does their advice always seem to be, become a liberal? Hey men, here's how to fix all your—
It's not about become a liberal. It's not that, bro. I think that there's an underlying thing that is in every single one of these tweets. Every single one of these tweets and takes has the same exact underlying idea. Men are inherently evil people. So when a man is feeling lonely, they're like, don't be a rapist, bad advice, because men would inherently be rapists if they wouldn't be pushed away. Actually, a decent fucking human being is not hard, implying that they are default a evil human being. Right? You look at something like this, always get enthusiastic consent, implies that they wouldn't, if not this advice. Save the planet implies that they wouldn't get that advice. Don't say that it's actually racist implies that they would be racist without this advice. If you're gonna treat them as some sort of evil, then they're gonna become that exact evil.
Hey men, here's how to fix all your problems. Agree with me politically. Men flock to the
Honestly based.
MRA movement because they're the largest beneficiaries of MRA shit. Imagine saying women flock to women's rights activism because they're the biggest beneficiaries of women's rights. Like,
I mean, let's be real here, that's a pretty solid point.
no f***ing shit. Let's be honest. Aside from procreation purposes, men have become obsolete. Most women can find other methods of achieving orgasm without a man there.
This man never heard of jerking off. Most women can achieve orgasm, says
And I don't blame any woman for just saying, no thanks.
This is like the weirdest bitches. But then again, all men are evil and suck. God just fucked up making us, I guess.
Oh my god, dude. This is what every Just Pearly Things tweet looks like to me. Just with the gender swapped. This is pathetic. You know what fixes male loneliness? F***ing off.
Is the issue. Okay, the fact that porn exists. I think porn is probably net unhealthy, right? You have people that don't actually feel the need to see women for one reason. It's literally the opposite of a solution. Okay? It's a band-aid at best.
Yeah, guys, just beat one out. Just off. Just watch porn. Batman will be very disappointed in all of you. It's so funny how men feel entitled to a girlfriend. No, you sexist freak.
No one's entitled to anything. But why are you jumped to that? I feel lonely. Well, that's pretty sexist. Huh?
When one side is like wanting a girlfriend.
Oh man, I hate doing chores. Wow, just say you want to bring slavery back and be done with it.
And is sexist entitlement. And the other side is like, here's how to get a girlfriend. I don't know, bro. What happened to males just kicking the bucket? Now they just come on here and try to make their loneliness and misery into some social justice issue.
What happened to men just deciding to die? Wouldn't that be more cool and based than complain?
Oh, trust me. Men are still kicking the bucket.
Hey, the suicide chart. I was thinking of bringing it up again, but I felt like one suicide comment in the video would be enough. Oh well, guess I'll just be demonetized and die.
They're not giving mind-blowing advice like just to be a liberal. They're outright dismissing men's issues.
Dismissing men's issues. They want to find a way to reproduce without men. Again, I think that this stems from this very conscious or subconscious idea that men are inherently evil and a net negative to the universe, except they happen to produce sperm. I'm just saying, it is the anti-hate. I feel like every single extreme, okay, every extreme is insane. It's always going to be some sort of counterbalance in the center.
Completely. It's not our job to educate them. Since men created the problem, they need to take steps to fix it. We have other things to care about that they created. Again, it's not women's jobs to change how men are socialized. It's a man issue, and y'all need to address that amongst yourselves.
These people are just so mean, like for no reason.
Men created their own problems. Men can solve their own problems. The left is busy.
Busy not getting votes, if that's what you mean by busy.
Why does the well-being of other people concern me?
Like, it's so wild and confusing how this same group of people are the group of people that would fucking go on cancel tirades to get rid of anyone that was racist in the past. You said the N-word 6 years ago? Death to you. Oh, you're literally gonna kill yourself because you're so lonely and depressed? Well, let's just do that then.
Leftist, by the way. It's all systemic issues and societal factors and blah 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 until it's a man and then suddenly it's pull yourselves up by your bootstraps. It's a consequence of the patriarchy. Now take a wild guess about which gender created the patriarchy.
I'm just saying, if women wouldn't have been oppressed all those years, men wouldn't have been in control. So, like, let's be... Okay, alright, that sounded awful.
Solve your own problems and leave women alone. These people rightly mock the bootstraps rhetoric until the subject is a man, and then it's bootstraps all the way down. They would never talk about any other group this way. It's wild. And it's kind of like both sides are telling men to hold themselves up by their bootstraps, but one is like, I'll show you how, and the other is like...
It's honestly true.
Fuck off. And when
it's such a great point. It's like... Let's say you have a 13-year-old kid. It's chubby, lonely, has acne, has no girlfriend, made fun of in school, and he's home. He's alone. And he's on the internet. What is gonna pull him better, right? Think about it. What side is he gonna be pulled to? The side that says, well, you are the cause and root of all the world's problems. Wish you would just die. Alright, because let's be real here. There are so many kids on Twitter. Or the other side that says, you can become a millionaire. You can have as many women as you like. You can become the master of your destiny. Just buy my course. What side do you think this kid is gonna actually go to?
When they're not telling men to straight up f off, they're giving the 200 IQ answer that...
I think that the best solution is when someone says they're lonely, you should tell them, have you considered not raping people? I think that's what you should tell them.
Nobody has ever heard before. Just show your emotions, bro.
You're right. Man doesn't show his emotions. Why doesn't you show your emotions? Man shows his emotions. Ha, well, pussy bitch.
And I'm not dismissing this problem, okay? I've made videos talking about this. Oh, you're crying at your grandfather's funeral? Okay, it. And studies have shown that men are scared.
Whoa! Why?
To be vulnerable, even around the
Why do I get canceled? Does she get canceled? God, I don't know.
And can you blame them when the media says stupid like this? Fellas.
Wow. Imagine showing your feelings. That's pretty woke of you.
Is it woke to open up to your fellow men and discuss history? Socialized to believe strength, dominance, and stoicism are behaviors of a real man. Is it any surprise that men are lonely and have less friends nowadays? You have to be vulnerable to make friends. Don't tell me there aren't systemic problems affecting men. Now, while a lot of this may be true, men have been socialized this way for centuries, and this is all relatively a new phenomenon. Toxic masculinity has existed forever. If anything, there's less toxic.
It was much worse. This is the least toxic masculinity has ever been in history.
Masculinity nowadays. The cultural embrace of, like, gender nonconformity, femboys, Harry Styles in a dress, Barbie movie, blah 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 blah. My point is, toxic masculinity.
Yeah, dude, we've solved toxic masculinity thanks to the Barbie movie and femboys.
He did not just appear in the mid-2010s. But social media did, and the internet did, and the rise of dating apps did, and the housing crisis, and living in a country where the wealth inequality is worse than it was during the Gilded Age. That all happened recently. Oh my god, the privilege.
I don't know. I still think it has to do with the level of accomplishment. this has just been my thesis on it for a very long time. If you don't want to feel lonely and worthless, then you gotta accomplish something with your life. Whether that's, you know, making a family, or settling down, or getting a job, or succeeding in something, or helping someone, or protecting something. A feeling of accomplishment is what makes you proud to be alive. I don't know. I feel like that's always been my take, and that's why I always tell you to stay weird, fam, to follow your dreams. You know, the really corny stuff that I don't expect anyone to actually take seriously, but you gotta do something to make yourself proud of being yourself. And to be honest, sitting at home all day doing nothing and masturbating is not going to be that. Unless you're like speedrunning masturbation. But that's just always kind of been my opinion. And I feel like in the past we didn't really have this issue because there was always something to be proud of yourself for because it was tough to survive. And now it's not. It was tough back then. And it's a lot easier right now.
Life these poor little boys must have, that their biggest problem is being lonely, i.e. so insufferable that nobody wants to sleep with them. So much more
Wait, what?
pressing than the poor distribution of wealth causing people to suffer food and housing insecurity. Boo-hoo, you're lonely and have no friends and are suicidal when? Because feeling alienated under capitalism apparently isn't a thing. People are working harder and longer while wages have been stagnant, men have been dropping out of college like flies, and what—
I mean, to be real though, like, college, like, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not telling you not to go to college. Get a goddamn degree that'll make you some money, okay? Don't freaking get some goddamn art degree or philosophy degree. Don't do that to yourself.
What does that get you? Poor men. Which, since women are doing amazing in college now, and many are now out-earning men, this most of the time leads to single men, which then leads to lonely men, which leads to—
This is just like the weirdest math equation in the universe.
depressed men, which leads to the high suicide rate. In my opinion, leftism at a policy level does a great job addressing the shitty material conditions that in part lead to the problems that men are facing, but then absolutely drops the ball when it comes to everything and anything related to men's cultural issues, many such cases. And why would a strong
God damn it.
move left when the left appears actively hostile to them?
People think they know what they want, and some people think they want to have the ability to
asshole
sit
dogs.
home and play video games all day. And let's be real, I definitely do want that ability to sit home and waste my time all day just playing video games and having a good time, right? That's what I think I want. What I actually need is to work hard and at the end of my day, wipe sweat off my brow and be proud of what I've accomplished that day.
Whether or not the hashtag online left does enough to appeal to hashtag men has become the question du jour. And like, men have most of the money, authority, and do most of the murdering.
America isn't Jeff Bezos. Also, why did this motherfucker just FBI crime statistics at me? Men do the most murder. Okay?
They like having all of the stuff they don't deserve. They like that. They want it to stay that way because it suits them. Because of the stuff, telling people they're special and deserve all the nice shit that they have, that's going to be an easier sell 10 times out of 10 than like saying, hey, maybe you should have less stuff and other people should have more.
Or maybe you should get the things that you deserve, though, sort of, right? Like, if you worked on it and you got it, then that's pretty awesome.
Leftism is when you don't have a lot of stuff. We're gonna take your stuff. You sound like a—
Isn't that socialism, though? Isn't that kind of socialism-ish?
65-year-old Fox News boomer's idea of what the left is. Are you a CIA agent? The right is saying to men, you will own a house. You will have beautiful children with your loving wife. You will have privacy. You will have free speech. You will own things and you will be happy. And the left is like—
They like having all of the stuff they don't deserve.
But don't get me wrong.
I mean, let's be real. I love having stuff I don't deserve. He's right 100%. Literally 100%. I love having stuff I don't deserve. I don't have a lot of stuff I don't deserve because I worked really hard for the stuff that I have. Whether it's in, you know, monetarily. I've worked really hard on that. However, I'm just saying, I love stuff I didn't deserve. Like, if the Jews really controlled I would like a bigger house. I'm just saying.
Oh, Republicans will not do shit. The Republican Party will not do shit. Establishment in general will not do shit to help any of this. The right is, at least rhetorically, offering men something other than nothing or the internal HR department. Every time this Discord comes up, there's people like, we need a leftist Andrew Tate. We need Matt.
Dude, a leftist Andrew Tate will never draw. The guy that says, don't hold yourself back, who we are and become a badass, or are you gonna listen to a guy that's saying, hold yourself back?
Masculine role models on the left.
Well, actually, hopefully you are gonna listen to the guy that says, don't rape people. That's literally not what I meant.
The fact is, it's hard for progressivism to organically appeal to men, because a large part of progressivism is oppressive hierarchies, and men are oppressors. Making progressivism look appealing to young men is an uphill battle from the start. And although it's funny to laugh at insane people on Twitter, as always, there have been a lot of left.
Yeah. It's hard to live in a world where one ideology is telling you what you can do, and one ideology is telling you what you can't do, I guess. Everyone's always going to be drawn to freedom at the end of the day, I suppose.
Content creators talking about men's issues. If you had told me this would be a thing 9 years ago, I would not believe you, because anyone talking about men's issues back in the day was called an MRA or a pick-me. But lately I have seen a lot of good pro-men lefty content, and I'll put some links to some below. I don't agree with—
Yeah, I saw this one leftist YouTuber that, like, dude, I watched this video and I was like, damn, this hits a chord. Like, this is some good shit. It was this guy, he was doing this whole talk about taxes and the government and socialism, and then he opened up his horse lolly porn folder.
All the points they say, but I recommend watching. It's much better than—
They like having all of the stuff they don't deserve.
But let's be real. I do love having stuff I don't deserve. This fellow is 100% right.
The issue is a lot of this lefty pro-men content, it's always framed around how do we get them? As if men are just pawns and tools for your personal politics. How do we make the left more appealing to men? How do we stop lonely men from moving to Andrew Tate? Instead of just, how do we help men? And I think that's a really big issue. Both sides seem to treat men
Honestly.
as political fodder.
I mean, I think that both sides treat everyone like political fodder. As an advocate of gender equality, I treat everyone like political fodder, that's for sure. But I think that everyone really does that. Don't you think that what the right is doing to men is almost what the left is sometimes doing to women? Like, I feel like it's this weird hype game where you're trying to hype up people to vote for you. It all becomes a political move. That's why I would never trust a word that comes out of any politician's mouth. I think that whether you're Hillary Clinton or you're Andrew Tate, you're full of shit. I'm not gonna sit here and make believe that these people that have literally everything to gain by people looking up to you are gonna literally try their best to put you on the correct course to make your life better. I don't think you should trust me as a YouTuber that is relying on you watching my videos to make money. I don't think you should trust me when I say that you should subscribe to me and all that stuff, and I will put you on the right path. Everyone in a position of power that gains something by your allegiance is trying their best to manipulate it.
Multiple soldiers in the culture war and real war. Anyway, misandry is real. Oh good, finally! And while it doesn't systemically affect cis men, it most certainly affects trans men.
Wait, what? I don't understand.
Oh. Y'all talking about misandry doesn't harm men, and trans men are right there reading this shit.
Oh my god, dude. Why can't you just, like, not categorize every person in a group the same way?
By the way. I see, now we only care about misandry because it affects trans men. Everyone stop. It's affecting a group I care about now. I love how the rhetoric just, like, evolved over time, from male tears to cis male tears. And I just have to ask—
We gotta close the gap here, I'm just saying. My grandfather is a Nazi. So, like, just saying.
Why aren't you including trans men in your misandry,
Damn.
Nobody told me how lonely being a man is. We knew what death felt like before we transitioned. We knew what it felt like to have people want to hug us and to have people want to talk to us and to have a community. And then you transition and you're just a guy walking down the street that people cross the street so they don't know you. And friendships are so much harder to build. And it's hard, and none of this invalidates how real and raw women and people who are in marginalized groups feel about cis white men. All of that's valid. But I also now understand why the suicide rate is so much higher in men.
Welcome to being a man. Here's your complimentary isolation
That hits hard.
and yellow pillow. I love how even when he's experiencing the issues of being a man, he's like, this doesn't invalidate people hating men. Come on, bro. Men struggling don't want to be lectured about the patriarchy. They don't want to be told it's all their fault. They don't want to be told they're part of the problem. Because first of all, they're not. The average 20-year-old didn't build society. They go to work, come home, f off to sissy hypno fetish.
I don't know. This discussion is absolutely wild.
And go to bed like everyone else. I've talked about this before, but a lot of men's value comes from the money they make, unfortunately. Men are natural providers, and if they have nobody to provide for, they get into findom or send random girls on the internet money.
Why not both? You are providing for those random okay, alright, never mind. I see your point.
Just kidding, but the fact is, a lot of men simply feel like they don't have a purpose anymore. Whether a job or a career that's fulfilling and pays well, or a woman or family to protect and take care of and provide for.
I hear you, honestly. I hear you. It's this lack of accomplishment.
Men are lacking purpose, and a man will crawl through broken glass for a purpose.
No, a man would sit at home and play video games and not worry about it because they're lazy and then feel bad that they didn't crawl through broken glass.
You know what does make them feel like they have a purpose?
I know she wants to say religion and Andrew Tate, but I'm thinking the sponsor of this video, Rage Shadow Legends, would give you a purpose. All you gotta do is download using Okay, alright.
No, not him.
I say that life as a man is exceptionally difficult. I say the most beautiful and the most terrifying thing about being a man is you're born without value. Society doesn't care about you.
The absolute audacity to act shocked that Andrew Tate is scooping these guys up after a decade of low male.
I think the biggest supporter of Andrew, the person that brought the most people down the weird red pill self-help rabbit hole on YouTube are the people that push these poor men away. The people that are telling men that they'd be better off dead, they deserve to be lonely, and they should reap what they sow. Those people are the literal biggest supporters and funnelers into the exact group that they hate the most.
Teeters is insane. Andrew Tate isn't the solution to men's problems, but he is talking to them.
It's almost like the extreme left is the alt-right pipeline. Okay, alright. We're getting too conspiratorial here.
You did not care about them for years, and even now you just want to recruit them, not help them. And that's why you fail. And hey, maybe I'll be the Andrew Tate of the left.
You could do it. I have faith. I would not subscribe to your Hustlers YouTube.
Listen up. Wash your penis. I guess I'll leave you guys.
God damn. You wash your penis? Nah, they like this stank. Am I right, guys?
What are your solutions for this problem? And are you dealing with loneliness? And
no, I'm not dealing with loneliness, actually.
Next time with a new video.
Yeah, that was a great video, Shoe on Head. Thank you so much. And to everyone being here, thank you all so much. So, if I have any women in the audience, first of all, I didn't expect you to be here. Second of all, I have no advice for women. Honestly, women, I have zero advice for you. Go somewhere else. Or go somewhere else if you want advice. I was just thinking about it and I realized I have no advice for women at all. Mostly because they're not real and I haven't bothered myself to ponder the intricacies of a non-existing sex. But second of all, men in the audience, accomplish something. Be proud of something that you make, okay? Be proud of something that you do, okay? It's not just about going outside and touching grass. It's about touching grass that you're proud of. And I don't mean weed. Okay, dude, weed is not gonna make you feel... Alright. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm definitely getting canceled for this one. 10,000 likes for the next Chew on Head reaction. Stay weird, fam! If you made it to the end, click one of these two videos, which also will definitely get me canceled. See you live on Kick. Stay weird, fam! Oh, no, that's just fucking on Piker? You're just like, wow, first time.
It is so freeing. I highly recommend it. And even though I told myself I am taking a break from politics, I am retired until further notice, I just couldn't help myself. Too much has happened. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
Those rat bastards had to shoot Trump's ear. God damn it.
The news has been absolutely insane. I cannot keep up with it. The media has been more biased and extreme than usual, but thankfully there is a tool to help you navigate
The sponsor of this video.
through all of that. So before we get into today's video, let's quickly get into today's sponsor.
Ground News.
Sponsor I've been working with for over 3 years now, Ground News.
That's crazy. I did not see that coming at all. That's wild.
A website and an app on a mission to give readers a fun, transparent way to keep up with the news. And
I don't know. I've never used Ground News, so I can't like vouch or not vouch, but it's crazy to see like I have a lot of family in a lot of different places of the world. Okay, oh, this is gonna sound like some sort of crazy fucking Jewish conspiracy theory, but no, I just mean people that I know. My family that lives in Israel. Okay, that's just no Jewish conspiracy theory or anything. But it is so wild to hear news from different perspectives and different sources. It's actually mind blowing. It's like no one can agree on the most basic of facts. It's like, did this happen or did this not happen? Well, some people swear it happened and some people swear it didn't. And it's mind-boggling to hear the world go that way. It's crazy.
Lets you compare how stories are covered all across the political spectrum, from left, right, and center. Every story comes
That was so cute. What the fuck was that? Yes.
with a quick visual breakdown of the political bias, ownership, and headlines of the source's reporting to help you get all the information you need to understand the full story. The blind spot feature shows what stories are being underreported from the left and the right. For example,
ooh, that's interesting.
Here is a story about how Trump apparently said disabled people should die.
What the fuck? No, Trump didn't say that. Trump is such a fucking goober sometimes. What is this? What? No! Donald Trump's nephew alleges his uncle said disabled Americans should just die.
What? Right away, we can see how this story has been covered by 19 sources, and 78% were left-wing.
That's not a shock at all!
Barely any right-wing outlets are reporting on this.
No way! That's crazy! Alright, hit us with the Dementia Joe moment.
Or this one about how the Secret Service apparently refused to use drone protection before the Trump rally in Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be predominantly right-wing.
Yikes. 13 sources
Very
covered
yikes.
this, and 100% of them were from the right.
There's no way. There's no way. See, this is the fucking bullshit that we deal with. This is garbage. I hate this so much. The Secret Service refused to use drones for protection, and not a single left-wing site says this. Obviously, the people that predominantly get their news from leftist media, they're never gonna know about this. And vice versa. You can never trust anything you see anymore, especially not from just random brainlets on Twitter.
0% of left-wing sources covering this. What's cool is you can even see who owns these media outlets. But my all-time favorite feature of Ground News is how easy it is to see how political bias can affect the framing of a story. It's so funny.
Dude, please do the Trump thing, because that's amazing. The way they said CNN's release after the Trump assassination attempt was they escorted Trump off. They escorted Trump off of the stage after loud sounds were heard and he fell at rally. It's like, wait, hold on. No, he was shot at.
For example, this story, this is how the left wing covered it. Netanyahu's speech to Congress underscores U.S. complicity in Gaza war. News source frames the exact same story. Are you ready?
Oh, no.
Allahu Akbar. Protesters burned American flags outside Netanyahu's speech.
And it's the same story, but it's framed so wildly differently. No one knows. Oh my god.
Every day since 2020. It is one of my all-time favorite apps, one of the first apps I open in the morning. Best of all, you can currently get 40% off their Vantage plan, which gives you unlimited access to their amazing features. Get the deal by going to ground.news/shoe, using the QR code on the screen, or clicking the link in the video description. And
that's journalism, baby!
Now, back to the video.
Alright.
Now, as
you know why she didn't say thank you for not skipping this ad? Because she knew that I wasn't going to be skipping the ad.
You know, I do not watch mainstream media. It's all
Me neither.
biased and fake and bought by Big Pharma and the military-industrial complex.
And Jews. She won't say it, but I will.
Blah, blah, blah.
That was a joke. That was not actually, that was literally a joke that I'm allowed to make. I am legally prescribed to be making that joke. It was just a joke, not real.
You know me. So instead, I tune into the real news.
Will Donald Trump win the next
Rod News!
election? No, thank you.
Oh, there we go. Now that's real news. TikTok dowsing rod users. Yes!
Will Joe Biden be the president for the next 4 years? No.
Interesting.
Interesting. It's almost like he stepped down or something.
Is the ocean considered another dimension? Yes, thank you.
Now that's reliable, ladies and gentlemen. I would trust it. Now that is reliable. Let's fucking go.
Trump and Biden had a debate, and well, it went exactly how we all expected.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
The total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
I don't know what he said. I don't think even he knows what he said.
President Trump? I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
It's fucking amazing. These are the people fighting over the free world. Like they're gonna be one of the most powerful people in the world. Like, I don't even understand. We have fallen off so hard. America really fell off, huh?
I have my opinions, but let's see what the American people thought.
All right.
I forgot to watch. Understandable. Have
Honestly based.
a nice day.
Joe, you did such a great job. You answered every question.
You're such a good little boy. You're so good. You're such a good boy. Oh, look at him.
You answered every question?
That's pretty impressive, honestly. My favorite thing are when people answer every question they're asked.
The bar
That's the compliment.
is in hell. At first, Democrats tried
What bar?
to play it off like Biden
Biden has a cold. Biden has COVID. Biden's dead.
had a cold. They can only keep Biden in the basement for so long, and now the whole world sees his brain melting live on TV.
The COVID, excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with,
The double take.
look,
The double fucking Trump take. The way he's only...
dealing with everything we have to do with,
Oh, no.
if we finally...
I am in pain!
They couldn't deny
I am in so much pain. I am in so much pain. I am in so much pain.
it anymore, and people have been talking about it for years. I have been talking about it for years. We all saw it, and it's only gotten worse.
It's like actual elder abuse. Oh my god.
And it's like fucked up to think about because it just kind of shows like, of course we all knew this, but they really don't give a fuck about us. If
No! Not even a little bit. Like, not at all, at all. At all, at all.
this is truly the most important election of our lifetime, if democracy is at stake, why were you putting up this rotting corpse of a man? The Democrats had 4 years to find someone else. 4 years. There are a ton of other options. Like, I would vote for Gavin Newsom. I don't know any of his...
Who the fuck is that guy? I have no idea who that is. Wait, I am so out of the loop, bro. I am so out of the loop. It's crazy. Gavin Newsom? That's crazy. It's pretty crazy. You know, chat, maybe I'm gonna actually be based. I'm gonna be based now, and I'm gonna pull a Chandler, okay? I'm gonna give you a Bible lesson. I decided I'm not gonna be giving you a Bible lesson because I feel like I have no patience. Someone could translate this into English, please, so that you people could understand what I want to show you. God damn it. Where's the translation? She is. Okay, we'll do it this way. Do it this way. Bible lesson. Are you ready for the Bible Hub, baby? It's time for some Bible. All right, are you ready? You're gonna love this. This is gonna be right up your alley. All right, so Numbers 30, verse 1. Moses said to the heads of the tribes of Israel, "This is what the Lord commands. When a man makes a vow to the Lord or takes an oath to obligate himself in a pledge, he must not break his word, but must do everything he said." This is the first thing that Moses says to lords. Someone becomes a lord, the first thing they are told, when you promise something, keep the promises. You know why? Because lords, once they make all these promises to get into power, okay? They get into power, and then they proceed to not keep their promises. This is the first thing he tells them. He tells them the first thing, okay? When you make a vow, you keep it. Based America, I guess.
Policies, but he looks like a serial killer, and that's enough.
Oh my god, he does!
This is why we need to repeal the 19th. I'm just kidding. Am I? Everything I say is a joke, unless you agree with it, then I'm serious.
Oh, I totally agree. Schrodinger's douchebag, that's me. Everything I say is a joke if you disagree, and is so true if you agree.
There's just no way Trump is losing. It would take a miracle. It would take something like, I don't know, Trump getting shot in the head at a rally in Pennsylvania.
Take a look what
You're really gonna play the clip?
happened.
He's winning. I shit you not, I found out about this because of a meme.
Yeah, he's winning. You know.
On Twitter. The world could be ending, and I wouldn't know unless I saw a meme on Twitter.
So real. You know how I knew? I knew that this happened from Asmongold's Clips channel. That's the only way to know.
Bullet just grazed his ear because he turned at the last second to look at some immigration chart. Being racist literally saved his life.
Well, we have the numbers. The numbers are in front of us. The numbers don't lie. If you have a choice between vaccinating for COVID or be racist,
there's a lesson in that. The shooter was identified as Thomas Crooks.
Dude, the best comment on the fucking Some Ordinary Podcast final episode is, I can't believe Nux was fired from the Some Ordinary Podcast after they found out that he was actually the mastermind behind the Trump shooting and set up Thomas Crooks.
20-year-old who managed to find an unoccupied, unguarded roof not too far from the rally. He's
very weird, huh? Massive L from the Secret Service.
Somehow knew that roof would be unguarded, laid down and aimed a rifle at the former president without being noticed.
How?
He was noticed.
Oh, right. A lot of people told him about this, and people just ignored it. That's weird.
By everyone, except the people who should have noticed.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look. There he is right there. Right there, see him? He's laying down. See him?
Yeah,
they're literally pointing at the guy. They tell the Secret Service, and they're like, nah, slanted, totally too dangerous.
Down.
He's we have people that is not on the roof.
Either this was insane incompetence, or they let it happen. I'm like,
Listen, I still think that if you can explain conspiracy with incompetence, it's probably accurate. But at the same time, holy shit, this is incompetence.
Leaning more towards the former because if you look at our bridges and airplanes, America is in shambles. People were laughing about how some of the cops protecting Trump were women and like, come on now, that's sexist. They were making these awful memes like this.
It's a terrible meme. That's why I didn't laugh at this meme. Otherwise, I would have laughed. That's why Yeshua Head's not laughing either. She doesn't even need to hold herself back. It's just not funny. Objectively not funny.
No, but like actually though, why did they have a 5'3" woman protecting a 6'3" man?
Real!
The shooter could have had another clear shot of his head. Like, look at that. Look at that. What is that? Like, what happened? Did the Secret Service initiate some DEI program?
Dude, we all have been making this joke for months. I love how Shoe on Head. She's so good at this. She could literally sit in her probably nuclear bunker fortress, okay? Waiting for this shit to die down. Pop out to make this video and literally take her choice of the greatest fucking memes of all time. She has mastered the art of political commentary.
That would be like something out of a right-wing boomer meme.
To expand hiring, they're aiming to have 30% women recruits by 2030.
Oh no.
Wait, that's real? That wasn't a meme? That was like an actually no, that wasn't real. That wasn't real.
That would be like something out of a right-wing boomer meme.
To expand hiring, they're aiming to have 30% women recruits by 2030.
Is this like an actual real thing? Why don't you hire people based on their skill? What has even going on?
Oh no. Breaking. FBI confirms that Trump's ear was struck by a bullet. Wow, thanks guys. How much do we pay you in taxes again? Also, now that the FBI said it, I'm kind of doubting it. This is like when the government confirmed there were aliens and then I stopped believing that there were aliens. The way we were so close to just seeing Trump's head be blown into smithereens, the worst way to be blown, it's so crazy. Like, what was the motivation behind this? I mean, the shooter would have to be some...
What could the motivation possibly be about some guy taking a shot at one of the most hated people in the country? What could the motivation possibly be? God, it's so frustrating because you can't even fathom the motivation. You mean someone tried to kill somebody who's being called Hitler by the media every single day? I can't even think of a reason.
Crazy leftist, or maybe a crazy far-right person who didn't like Trump, right? Well, we don't know, because apparently this 20-year-old had
zero social media.
No social media presence.
Cover up, question marks? Conspiracy?
Okay, we do know that he donated to the Democrats and was a registered Republican. The internet was really desperate to find any kind of motive, but the only thing the media seemed to report on was the fact that the last thing he did was watch porn. Getting in
go. Now that is the real stuff that we wanted to know. Now, I'm so glad they were able to confirm this. Like, anyone that watches porn is a threat.
One more goon sesh before getting shot in the head by the feds.
No, but the real question is, like, what was he doing, right? Like, we gotta get more specifics. Like, was it furry porn? Like, because if so, I would totally understand.
Personally, I think it's important to know what kind of porn he was.
No rewatched allegations. Get out of here with all that.
Looking at. I think that will set the record straight. Was it furry porn?
I swear I didn't pre-watch. She just uploaded this video, okay? I swear I did not pre-watch. Honest, oh my fucking god. I'm never gonna get the allegation. You know what? Maybe she is my parasocial friend, okay? Twitter warriors that are gonna cancel me when I title it freaking Shoe on Head and I talk about furry porn, okay? When I titled the video, Shoe on Head and I talk about furry porn, and I get canceled for it, you should know it's not clickbait, okay? Literally one brain cell. I'm so mad. I have no control over my showering gun, goddammit.
Leftist. Hentai, right wing. Feet, centrist. Latex, balloon inflation, BDSM, sissy hypno. Shoe on Head fan. I always thought about, like, if the MK Ultra suddenly kicked in and I went on, like, a kissing spree. Good luck figuring out my politics.
She is obviously a far right-winger that is cosplaying as a leftist.
Trump shooter used gaming site that features presidential assassination game. So for those of you who don't—
So did Jacksepticeye. Last I checked, he's not an assassin yet.
No, they're talking about Steam. He doesn't even own the game. He didn't even play the game. This would be like being called a pedo because you have Netflix and Cuties is on Netflix, even though you never watched Cuties.
There ain't no way that was the logic that was used. Trump shooter used gaming site that features presidential assassination game. Talking about Steam. This is Fox News, ladies and gentlemen. Classic Fox News reporting. Yep, Fox News reporting. Yep, this is something important. Everyone uses Steam.
Trump shooter used gaming site that Steam. He doesn't even own the game. He didn't even play the game. This would be like being called a pedo because you have Netflix and Cuties is on Netflix, even though you never watched Cuties. He's not trans. He's not Muslim. We can't figure out his political identity. Who do we blame? Gamers. Now, I'm not a believer in terrorism. I think that's a little goofy. People should be allowed to criticize people. But if you're like, he's Hitler, he's Hitler, he's Hitler, he's Hitler, eventually someone is gonna try to kill Hitler. But it is crazy.
Damn, I wonder if anyone else made that exact point about 2 minutes ago. Back in, I'm over this. I'm over this. I did not pre-watch Shoe on Head. She pre-watched my reaction, okay?
Think about how, like, this will be in the history books. This will be in my son's history book.
Yep.
But it will look more like this. Now, unfortunately, someone did die. One of the bullets hit Corey Comparator as he was protecting his family. But there were people, like, mocking this.
Oh shit, the Destiny tweets are coming!
Which is insane to me. Like, it's one thing to make fun of a failed assassination attempt, even a successful assassination attempt on a politician. If we can't mock—
Because politicians are barely human, so like, whatever. That's a take.
Criticize the people in power, there is an issue. But it's another thing to mock a innocent Trump supporter that died. The guy didn't have any power. He wasn't a politician. He was just a dude. I don't like where stuff like this leads.
Well, it leads to absolutely having a vitriolic hatred towards people that are not in your same political view. It does continue to divide people so much more. Maybe I am being wholesome about this, okay? Maybe I am being naive, but in my own naive way, I would love to see people come together at some point, you know?
And sure, you could say, oh, if a Biden supporter died, you know, MAGA would be laughing about it too, and like—
Well, they shouldn't either! That doesn't make it okay.
Sure, like, can you just have some principles? Oh, speaking of, libs of TikTok started doxing people for making jokes about the assassination on, like, Facebook and getting people fired from their jobs.
Yeah, that Nux L, by the way, huge Nux L. When I first reacted to this, I was like, damn, that's bait. It was not
Come
bait.
on!
I had a bad take. It was not bait, okay? I was just so, like, heated by what was going on. Streamer brain was on, and I was reacting to all sorts of shit. I was just so mad to see people just hating each other and, like, literally wanting innocent people to die because they're on some other side of this political pundit agenda shit. Yeah, bad take. Bad Nux take.
Including some old lady who, like, worked at Home Depot. Like, her life is miserable enough, man. She's, like, 65 working at Home Depot. TikTok just completely forgetting the reason she started the account in the first place, to make fun of cringy liberal behavior, like getting people fired for jokes and political opinions online. I have been incredibly consistent over the years. Consistently retarded.
Yes! Bro. Same.
One of the things I've been very consistent on, one of my principles is being against getting people fired for like things they said online. If you don't have principles, you are no better than your enemy. And it just becomes this extremely toxic back and forth, this toxic cycle. And you all look like psychopaths while I'm here on the sidelines.
Yeah, like you don't look like a psychopath.
Principled and losing. Forever. Like social media, when this all was going down, was a train wreck.
It was awful. It was fucking awful. Again, I have been off Twitter for, what, 9-10 months now? I think almost 10 months now. 10 months! Twitter sober! Not that I've never gone on time and again, but for the most part, I've been off Twitter and it has made my life better. I feel like I have a better grasp of what actually goes on in the world to some degree, and simultaneously, a worse grasp as to what the average person thinks is going on in the world. I have come to the realization that I am a little nothing nobody, and nothing really fucking matters so much. So, I do my own thing, and realize my ignorance in most topics.
Oh,
Twitter is not real.
Speaking of train wrecks, the RNC happened.
Let me hear you cheer if you support Israel.
Enough was enough. And I said, let Trump-a-mania run wild, brother.
Wait, that was a real thing? Hulk Hogan went and tore his shirt off for Trump? Are you serious?
Become totally unhinged if Donald Trump is not elected in November.
His co-host is looking very excited about all of this.
At the RNC, Trump finally announced his VP pick.
All right.
J.D. Vance.
All right.
A man who, according to Snopes,
had sex with a couch.
Oops. Did not, in fact, fuck a couch.
Boo! Boo! At least that would have made him exciting.
Well, he lost my vote. JD is a senator from Ohio, the author of Hillbilly Elegy, and a terminally online post-liberal who follows me on Twitter.
Oh my God! QAnon had clouded out the ass.
It is the weirdest thing to me. Democrats say that it is racist to believe, well, they say it's racist to do anything. I had a Diet Mountain Dew yesterday, and one guy was going to call that racist too, but it's good.
I'm gonna call that racist, but it's good.
I love you guys.
That's...
Damn, complete comment, that's pretty fucking... That's pretty wild who says that.
That's my oomphy!
They did... Wait... Did they not have a teleprompter? He was just going out there and just saying shit.
Dude follows like 1,000 people, and 2 of them are me and my husband. There is a chance
coincidence
that we have a vice president who has retweeted the words Hitler Bussy 420.
That's pretty crazy. That's literally so awesome. Nikki Haley saw one mean tweet from like Hitler Bussy 420 and is out on a crusade against the internet anonymity.
Oh, they did it.
They retweeted Sean Head's Bussy Hitler tweet. That's awesome. Oh my God. This is why Sean Head is the greatest political commentator. She is my favorite far-right commentator that cosplays as a leftist.
Words. Hitler Bussy 420.
Let's go.
Oh, they did it. They literally did write about Mountain Dew being racist.
J.D. Vance has a point about Mountain Dew. This is why the discourse is in such a quagmire. Literally both sides of these fucking people are idiots. Like, everyone's insane. Everyone's completely crazy. Oh my God. The soft drink has long been associated with the joy and despair of white America.
I hate it here. After posting on Twitter that he was dropping out, we didn't hear from Biden for a few days, and
everyone thought he was dead.
Started suspecting that he was dead. People genuinely thought the DNC took him out behind the shed and put him down like an old dog. The shooter missed. Quick. Plan B. Kill Biden.
And the craziest thing is that Biden, like Trump debated somebody, probably seemingly won the debate based on the polls. And then they just swap him out for someone else. What was the point of the whole first debate?
Phones don't even look like this anymore. This man's brain was so fried he had to drop out of the race, but he's still the president? We have a president who is too senile to run for president.
Don't question it, okay? It all makes sense.
So who is going to run for president? Who is coming to save us?
Kamala Harris.
You think you just fell out of a coconut
tree? I hear her speak. It's like it's crazy. It literally is turd sandwich versus giant douche all over again. I can't believe it. I literally can't believe it. Trump versus Kamala debate confirmed for September. Well, that'll be a shit show.
Just as I predicted 5 years ago. America might get its first female president because the president stepped down or died.
Pre-watched! Pre-watched!
Empowering! I don't know if you guys remember, but Kamala was not popular at all.
Pretty sure she's still not popular. It's wild to me that she's the most popular pick to put up against Trump, to be honest.
During the 2019 Democratic primaries, she dropped out before Iowa. She was less popular than Tulsi Gabbard, and people don't like to hear it, but she was literally chosen because of her gender.
Is that real? See, this is why I don't look at politics. I can't deal with this. You're not gonna pick a president because of the gender. Like, that's not real.
Like, it's not even a joke. During the debate, when it was Bernie versus Biden, they were asked who they're gonna pick as a VP, and Bernie was like, well, it depends if they're progressive and if they're following a progressive agenda, and Biden was like, I vow to get a female VP, and the—
Oh my god, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Doing this in video games, turning Mr. Freeze into Mrs. Freeze in the Suicide Squad is one thing. But like, what are you doing? Like, this is insane. We're living in clown world.
Crowd went nuts. We might have President Kamala Harris because Biden tried to outwoke Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders at West Lebanon. Harris is not going to win this election, and she is going to have a very difficult time winning unless she begins to speak forcefully about the needs of the long-neglected working class of this country. The quote tweets and the replies were just full of thousands of people calling him sexist for this. Bernie's absolutely correct, though. Kamala has been so focused on getting, like, the TikTok vote with her little, like,
Wait, what? I can't believe this is real. We're not living in real life. She was not trying to get the TikTok vote. Right? Please tell me. Please tell me I'm right. Please agree with me. Please.
Brat summer thing? I don't know what the brat is. I'm old, but someone has to remind Kamala Harris that she's running for president of the United States, not president of the gays and women. White Women for Harris meeting raised millions. Broke Zoom. Oh!
This is just so sad. Hey, how you doing, fellow kids? Let's Pokemon Go to the polls.
Oh, but when I want to have a whites-only meeting, I'm called a racist.
Damn.
Wow.
As white women, we need to use our privilege to make positive changes. If you find yourself—
I'm actually dying here. I'm dying. Shuan, you're killing an innocent man.
Talking over or speaking for BIPOC individuals, or God forbid, correcting them, just take a beat. And instead, we can put our listening ears on.
We can put our listening ears on.
Alright, I need to get something to eat.
I don't know. I keep seeing that one clip of Trump. What's the clip of Trump talking about Kamala Harris? Like saying that she's fake black. Like, it's the wildest thing in the universe.